Have you ever wondered how some creators generate amazing consistent characters with AI and we struggle to generate the same character twice? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you my step-by-step on how to generate AI characters using AI. And the best part is that you don't even need hundreds of images or experience at all. You can take a look of this character that I just generate using this exact method. Every single version was created with one image of reference. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it using AI. So in this video, I'm going to cover how to create a character with only one image of reference, the exact settings to maintain consistency, and finally, the secret technique to pose your characters in any scene. The tool that we're going to be using is called OpenArt. And it's a complete game changer when it comes to create consistent characters with AI. But before we start, I'm going to show you why this tool is different to any other AI tools. There are two ways to create AI characters. The first one, the old way, when we spend hours training the models to generate one single image. And then we have the new way, creating consistent characters with only one image of reference. Now let me show you the exact process. First, we have to come over to our OpenArt account. And if you don't have one, you can click the link on my description and create one. Once we are in the home page, over here, I'm just going to click in the section of characters. And there is three different ways that you can create your characters. First, we have the start with a description. Then we have start with one image. And finally, we have start with 4 images. It really depends on how you want to create your characters, but all of them work perfectly. I'm going to create mine with the description. So I'm just going to click. Over here, it asks us for the character name. You just have to add the name of your character over here. You don't have to add any specifications. This is only for us to have an idea of the character later on. So I'm just going to be using that, moon, and then over here it asks us to describe our character. So if you don't know how to create a description for your character, you can always go and use ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT, I'm just going to create a physical description of a 5-year-old girl with curly hair and pink dress. And from here, I'm just going to go and let ChatGPT write it. This is more easy for me since I don't have to go and then just be very detailed with the description. I can just give the basic to ChatGPT and then from there, I will get a better prompt. So from here, I can have this one. She is a 5-year-old with bouncy dark hair. So as you can see, it is more descriptive and this will help me to generate my character even better. So I'm just gonna go copy and then from here, I'm gonna paste it. And now we come to the section of the style. As you can see, OpenArt have so many styles that we can use. We have photorealistic, digital art, anime, 3D, Pixar, comic book, vector art, and you can go and choose one of these options. I think I'm going to be using Pixar and I can just go and try it out. And now we can click in create a preview. As you can see, now we have 3 different options for our character. For now, these two are very alike, so I think I'm just going to be choosing this one. And now we can click in create character. Once we select this option, it's going to take between 5 and 10 minutes to generate our character. Over here, it's going to show us the demo to use our characters, but I'm just going to click in done. And as we can see, over here we have my character. I'm just going to be waiting till it's done. So now it's been like 5 minutes and OpenArt already generate my character. As you can see, over here is my character. So I can go and I can click in create. On this section, we can see that my character is over here. But in case that you create more than only one character, what you can do is just switch them over here. So you just click on switch and then over here, you choose the character that you're going to be working with. That's one option. And another thing that is very important is that in the prompt section, we always have our character mentioned. So over here, we have our character, but also over here. So we have it in both sections. Because we're going to be creating a consistent character, we always have to keep on the character features. This will help us to always stick to the same character features. And in the weight, I will always recommend you that you keep it on 0.8. So I'm going to start with the first one. For this, I'm just gonna go and add a prompt. And then I'm gonna add eating an ice cream. So I'm just gonna go add this prompt. But as you can see, OpenArt has an enhance prompt. So you can make a quick enhance, you can customize this prompt, and you can even generate a prompt from an image. So if you already have an image of reference, OpenArt will take that image into a prompt. But for mine, I'm just gonna keep it on enhance prompt. So I'm gonna click over it. And as you can see, it took my very simple prompt into something very detailed. So I don't even need ChatGPT anymore because from here, I'm already getting a very nice prompt that I can use for the generation of my prompt. And you can even choose the prompt utterance. You can go and increase it so it follows exactly how you write it in the prompt, or you can leave it as it is. And then you can choose the prompt enhance mode. So you can keep it in auto, on or off, but I'm just gonna keep it on auto to test it. And then we have the image guidance. From here, you can go and upload the image that you want the same sizing from. As you can see, output will match upload image aspect ratio. So it's just the guidance for the measurements of our image. Over here, we get again the post reference. So if you want to add it over here, you can also do it. And then you can also add a composition reference or a sketch reference. You just go and then you just drag it. Otherwise, you can click and upload for both of them. Then for the aspect ratio, you can go and then you can change it on all of these amazing options. As you can see, we have square, landscape, cinema, art print, portrait, tablet, and even vertical. And for mine, I'm just gonna keep it on portrait. And last, we have the number of images that we want to generate. So you can create 2, you can also create 4, but for each image, it's gonna charge you 10 credits. So I can go and generate 3. So it's going to charge me 30 credits. And once I have everything set up, I can go and click in create. Now it's going to take a few seconds till it generates my images. And as you can see, now it generates 3 amazing images for our consistent character. So we can use any of these 3 options. As you can see, we have with 1 ice cream and these 2 with 2 ice creams. So the 3 of them work very well. Now we can move on into the second option. Pose your character. From here, I'm just gonna go and first of all select the pose of my character. And I'm gonna be choosing running forward. So from here, you just choose a pose. As you can see, we have so many over here. It has so many options for us to choose different poses for our character. So I'm going to be choosing the running one, and as you can see from here, I can change the position where I want my character to be. So you can even do it to the front, you can even do it to the side, and you can choose wherever you want your character to be. And if you click in any of the dots, we can go and change the direction of the body parts. So as you can see, I can go click over here and then just keep moving it. I can go and place it lower, so it's more like that. You can go click back and then I can put it higher if I want to, or more into the middle. You can adjust anything on these poses. This is only to generate the base, but if you even want to customize it even more, you can do it using these dots. So I can go and then adjust the feet. I can click in this dot and then just adjust the direction of this as well. And I think I really like it like that. So I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna click update pose. And then over here, it's gonna be following that pose. And now we just gotta go and add our prompt. So I'm gonna put moon is running in the woods, and you can make exactly the same. You can go and enhance the prompt if you want to, so I'm gonna do it again. Then we already have it. We can go and adjust the number of images. I'm just gonna make 2, and then we can click in create. And as you can see, now we already have our result. We can see that we have the exact same features that we did for our ice cream picture. And it's following exactly the same pose that we add in our pose and composition, which is incredible. And last, I'm going to be trying the place your character in an image. And to do this, first of all, we have to go and place our character in the image that we want. So I'm going to click in upload image. So from here, you just got to go and select the image that you want. And for you to be able to upload your image, it has to be at least 760 pixels. So now I already upload my own image, and over here we can go and choose the spacing where we want to add our character. We can go and then just select something like this. I think she will look very cute if we just add it somewhere there. And then I'm gonna click in Save Placement. As you can see, now we have the placement of our character, and we can also add the prompt of what our character is going to be doing in that placement. I'm just going to go and I'm going to be is dancing, very simple, but we're going to use the exact same process. Quick and haste. And now we already have our prompt and we can create our image. And over there, we also have our character in the same image that we choose in the beginning. Something that I really like about using OpenArt is that we can go and we can make adjustments even if we already create our image. So as you can see, we have in Paint. So if we click over it, it's going to send us over here where we can go and customize our image even more. So as you can see, from here I can go and select the element that I want to change from my card. So let's say that I don't want those sneakers. I want them to be white shoes. So what I can do is just go and put white shoes. And then over here we can go and also add a negative prompt. So something that we don't want in our character to be. So like blur, pixels, or something else that you don't want there, you can go and then just write it over here. And then as you can see, you can go and choose between quick, premium, and advanced. So I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna make it in premium. And now we can click in create. And as you can see, now we already have the exact same image, but with that element that we wanted to change. So now we don't have pink shoes, now we have white shoes. And you can keep doing this with each element of your character. We can also go and remove stuff that we don't really like in our character. So let's say that I don't want this grass to be here. I want it to be, remove it. So it's gonna go and remove it for me as well. And now we have a clear path. Another great feature of OpenArt is the expand option. Let's say that I want to go and expand it even more. We can do it with the help of this tool. So as you can see, we can go and then we can choose the aspect ratio. So we can go, we can make it in cinema. So it's going to be this ratio and you can click in create and it's going to go and it's going to expand our image. So now I have this image in that aspect ratio and I can click in add to canvas. So now we have both of the images and you can go and even if you want, you can delete this one. We're just going to click over it and then we delete it and then we keep the one that you like the most. So I'm just going to keep this one. Something that I find very useful is the face option. For this, as you can see, we can have the exact same image but with a different face. So let's say that I want her to be in another emotion while she runs. So I can go, I can click over here and we have happy, surprised, sleepy, looking away. So I think I'm just going to be using surprise. So as you can see, with only one click, we managed to go from the other image to a complete new one. So as you can see, we have this one. And once you're happy with your end result, we can go and click in download. Over here, you can go and you can choose the format where you want to download this character. So we have all of these ones and I'm going to keep it on PNG. And as you can see, now it downloads my character. And now you know how to create consistent characters with AI. If you're also wondering what else you can do with the help of AI, you can click the video in my description to learn how to create storybooks and sell them on Amazon. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you in another video. Have a great day.